The Lumber Room by Saki. Today we are going to discuss how Nicholas get into the lumber room according to his master plan. Nicholas has been planning this lumber room journey expedition since a long time. Now Nicholas has the time for it because the other children have gone to Jagborough Beach, and his troublesome aunt is already in the gooseberry garden. Now, according to the plan, Nicholas has to keep the aunt in this gooseberry garden for a long time. At least 1 or 2 hours. Okay, let's see what happens next. Go to this part of your book. I will share it. Page number 33 in this book. This part. Now the gooseberry garden had 2 doors. Okay. Now we know the aunt gives Nicholas a second punishment. What is the second punishment? She prohibits the gooseberry garden, Nicholas's favorite place, Nicholas' favorite place in this house. And aunt says, no more gooseberry garden today, Nicholas. You have to stay in the house. Now, Nicholas is kept under house arrest. Nicholas cannot leave the house. Right. Now here in this part, the writer Saki describes the nature of gooseberry garden. This paragraph is about, you better write it down, the nature of gooseberry garden. Write down by the side of it. The nature of the gooseberry garden. Like this. Nature of the gooseberry garden. Comment, put a comment like this by the side of your book. Right. The nature of gooseberry garden. Okay. Get used to annotate like that. Right. The nature of gooseberry garden. Now the gooseberry garden had 2 doors, 2 gates. Gooseberry garden has 2 gates by which it might be entered. One can use these 2 gates to get into the gooseberry garden. And one small person like Nicholas could slip in there. Now, Nicholas is a small boy. He could easily go into the gooseberry garden, slip in there, enter secretly, stealthily. He could effectually, well, successfully disappear, hide. Disappear means hide. Hide from view, from your sight view, amid the mesquite growth of, thick growth, mesquite means thick growth of artichokes, raspberry canes, fruit bushes. What are these things? Actually, they are some trees, plants, bushes. Some trees and bushes. Now, any small boy like Nicholas can easily hide among these trees and bushes. It's like a small jungle. That's why Nicholas likes this place, because it's an adventurous place. Any small boy like Nicholas loves adventures. Therefore, the gooseberry garden is Nicholas's favorite place. He often goes there to play, to climb trees, to run after animals, birds, collecting fruit, so many functions, work. The aunt had many other things to do that afternoon. Our aunt knows, she's sure that Nicholas will come into this gooseberry garden because she told him not to. Nicholas never listens to aunt's orders, commands, right? Therefore, aunt is 100% sure that Nicholas will get into the gooseberry garden. So what does she do? She goes there first. Why? Then she can stop Nicholas from entering it. She stops all of her work. She goes into the gooseberry garden to see her second punishment to be effective, successful. She spent an hour or two, 1 or 2 hours in trivial. Trivial means very simple, useless, trivial. Trivial gardening operations, gardening work, garden operations among the flower beds and shrubberies. There are flower beds and shrubbery means some bushes, some flower kind of trees, and she pretends to have some work with these things, but actually she does not have any work. She is just acting false. She does not have any work there. Her secret idea, intention, hope is to stop Nicholas. She could keep a watchful eye. Whence, therefore, she can keep a watchful, very careful eye on the 2 gates. While working in the gooseberry garden, time to time, she looks at the 2 gates. If Nicholas is coming in, watchful eye. To led to the forbidden garden. What is this forbidden garden means? It's a metaphor used for the gooseberry garden. Now it is forbidden, prohibited. A prohibited area for Nicholas. Therefore, the writer says it is the forbidden garden. Or paradise. Paradise means very beautiful place, attractive place. She was underlined. Some another quality of this woman, some good quality. Underline it. She was a woman of few ideas. This woman has very few thoughts. Her mind is literally empty. There are not so many thoughts or imagination as in Nicholas' mind. Therefore, this thoughtless mind, she has no thought, thoughtless mind can focus, concentration. What is concentration? Focus. Keep your eyes on a certain matter for a long time. Concentration. Therefore, this woman, this aunt has one good quality. What is it? She can control her mind. She can focus on a certain matter that we can't do very much, but she can do it. Concentrate her mind on a certain matter for a long time. Therefore, she is literally good for watcher's duty. She is good for watcher's duty. She can be a good watcher. She can keep looking at a certain thing for a long time. Right. That is her strong quality. One of her strong qualities as a character. Right. Now let's see what Nicholas does. Nicholas made two sorties. Sorties means not that kind of pastry you eat or biscuit. The sorties means attempts, some tries. Nicholas takes some tries or attempts into the front garden. There is a small place before the gooseberry garden, that is front garden. Now Nicholas goes into the front garden, wriggling his way, walking or pace or moving with obvious stealth. Obvious means very clear. Very clear stealth of purpose. Secret purpose. Stealth of purpose means some type of secret idea. Stealthy idea. Nicholas has some secret idea plan in his mind. Keeping that idea, he walks here and there before the two gates of the gooseberry garden, towards one or the other of the doors, but never able for a moment, but he is not even for a moment to evade. Evade means get rid of, keep away, or mislead. The aunt's watchful eye. He failed to hide from, evade, some other mean, hide from aunt's watchful eyes. The eyes are quite watchful. She is keeping her eyes on the two gates to check Nicholas' entrance. Therefore, Nicholas cannot go into the gooseberry garden through the gates. He has to select some other option, some other way, because now aunt is a serious watcher. As a matter of fact, actually, he had no intention of trying to get into the gooseberry garden. Underline. Actually, Nicholas has no intention or hope. Nicholas has no hope or idea of getting into the gooseberry garden. But he is pretending to go there. Nicholas is also a person like his aunt who can pretend, act false. Nicholas learns these things from his aunt, pretends, acting. Now Nicholas is moving here and there before the two gates, but he does not have any idea to get into this garden. Why? Then why does he walk here and there? Because it was extremely convenient. It is extremely, really, greatly good for him. Convenient means better for him that his aunt should believe. It is good for advantages for him that aunt should believe that he had. Aunt should believe that Nicholas wanted to come into the gooseberry garden. This belief is very important, convenient for Nicholas. It was a belief. This belief would keep her on, this belief would use or keep her aunt on self-imposed sentry duty. What is this? Watcher's duty. Because of this belief, she herself, self-imposed means she herself become a watcher. She herself keeps doing a watcher's duty for the greater part of that afternoon. Right. Having thoroughly confirmed, secured, confirmed, certified or agreed upon, confirmed or asserted, and fortified, secured her suspicions. Now, one suspicion is 100% sure, confirmed, and fortified, secured. Nicholas slipped. After deceiving his aunt, Nicholas slipped back. Slip back means return back secretly. He returned back secretly. Where to? To the house. And rapidly put into execution. Rapidly, quickly put into execution. What is the idea of put into execution? Began. Simple meaning is began or started or executed in other terms. He started a plan of action. Action plan. What is the action plan? That action plan had long germinated, created. Germinated means created, or happened, occurred, originated in his brain. Now you can imagine, Nicholas is very clever thinking boy. He can plan anything using his mind. Nicholas can plan anything using his mind because his power of imagination, creativity are so great. What is this plan of action? Let's see. By standing on a chair in the library, he first goes into the library room. What for? What is there in the library room? There are books. But Nicholas does not want to read any books. Normally, children do not read books. There is something that Nicholas wants. Something hidden by aunt. What is that something? One could reach a bookshelf, on which reposed. On this bookshelf is kept a fat, important looking key. This is what Nicholas wants. In the library room, on a bookshelf, there is a very large, important key. It is important for Nicholas. What is this key? What is this key for? The key was as important as it looked. The key is very important by appearance. Its size is a bigger key, larger than other keys. What is this key? It was the instrument which kept the mysteries of the lumber room. That is why Nicholas wants this key. That is why this key is very important, because it is the instrument, it is the key which hid the mysteries. What are mysteries? Secrets. Unknown secrets. Unknown knowledge. That is the idea of mysteries. Note it down. Unknown knowledge of the lumber room. Now, this is the key of the lumber room, that storeroom. Aunt does not allow children to use this key. She does not want any child, anyone to go into this room. Therefore, she hides this key. But Nicholas knows where it is, because Nicholas is a very watchful, all-knowing character. Note it down. All-knowing character. He knows everything. There are no secrets in this house as in your house. There are no secrets in your house out of your eyes. You know everything. You know even the password of your mother's phone. They think you do not know, but you know. Right? But you don't tell them. You know where they hide money and their jewelry in the house. You know it, but you don't tell. But they think you do not know. Because children are very curious. Very curious. They secretly listen to what their parents say. They pretend to be sleeping. Actually, they are not sleeping. Their mind is awakened, open. Nicholas is the same. Now, this key is hidden by aunt away from children, but Nicholas finds out. Because this is the key of the lumber room, Nicholas wants it. Now, this is the key which hides the secret knowledge of the lumber room, mysteries of the lumber room from unauthorized intrusion. Unauthorized intrusion means the intrusion of children, simply. No one can enter there without permission. Unauthorized intrusion, it indirectly refers to children, right? Which opened a way. This key opened the door, way means here door, only for aunts and such like privileged persons. Other privileged persons, rightful, privilege means rightful person, can use this key. No child can use it. Now Nicholas takes the key. Why? His mission, his plan is to get into the lumber room today, not into the gooseberry garden. That is why he wants the aunt to be in the gooseberry garden for some time, until he finishes this plan. Underline, Nicholas had not much experience. This is the quality of a good learner. Note it down. You have to be a good learner like Nicholas. He pre-practices to make his mission successful. What is his pre-practice? He does not know how to open the door with the key. Therefore, he uses his classroom, door of his classroom, to practice this. He locks the door and opens it, and again locks and again opens. He does it several times and practices. You see, if you want to do anything successfully, you have to practice. If you want to win a game, you have to practice. If you want to pass your exam, you have to practice. Without practice and sacrifice, determination, you will never achieve anything. You will never be a successful man or woman. Now learn it from Nicholas. He had not much experience of the art of fitting keys into the keyholes and turning locks, but for some days past, not only one day, many a days, he had practiced with the key of the schoolroom door. Right. Now you go to school to gather knowledge. Now, Nicholas practically gathered knowledge how to open and close a door with the key. You have to practice it. Yes, to put the key into your keyhole and turn it to lock and turn it to unlock. Right? He did not believe. This is another good quality Nicholas has. Note it down. Highlight and note it down. Add a comment. What is this quality? He does not believe in luck and accident. You know luck. Accident means something happens automatically, by nature. Now you think you will pass the exam by offering something to God. God will never make you pass the exam. You have to practice. You have to practice. Luck cannot make you pass the exam. You have to practice. Nicholas is not such a type of man. He's a practical type of man. He knows that without practice, no one can achieve anything. Nothing can be achieved, completed. This is good quality. Now, Nicholas takes the key. He goes to the lumber room, stands before the door of the lumber room. Right. He puts the key, turns it, but it's not that easy because it's a large key and old lock. Old lock. It was somewhat tough, tiresome, but Nicholas turned. He did not believe much to luck and accident. The key turned stiffly, roughly in the lock, but it turned. You see, finally the door opened. He wins. How? Through practice, through dedication, through sacrifice, through determination. You need those qualities to win something. Nothing will come to you automatically. Remember, God will not give you anything. God will give you mental stamina or power, your courage, but He will not give you anything. You have to win it. You have to win. Nicholas is such a boy. He does not believe in God or luck or accident. He believes in himself. He has his own confidence. He's a self-confident boy. Self-confident boy, note it down. The door opened, and Nicholas was in an unknown land. This is a metaphor. This unknown land means the lumber room. The lumber room. What is the idea? There are so many mysteries. There are so many discoveries to be done. Unknown land. Unknown land. Not just a junkyard or storehouse. Unknown land. Compared with which? Compared with this unknown land, the gooseberry garden. What is the use of gooseberry garden? Now Nicholas feels gooseberry garden is not a good place. This is the best place of the house, the lumber room. The gooseberry garden was a stale delight. A stale delight. Stale delight means no delight at all. No delight. Stale means rotten, bad. It has only a mere material pleasure. Gooseberry garden has only superficial beauty, but it has nothing valuable. Nothing valuable. But the lumber room has both beauty and value. Nicholas understands beauty and value the lumber room has. Okay, that is the initial part of Nicholas' expedition into the lumber room. Okay, let's write down a little comment for that part. Write down the topic. Write down the topic. Nicholas's expedition. Nicholas's expedition, apostrophe S, or mission, you can write even mission. Nicholas's mission into the lumber room. Subtitle, subtopic, Nicholas's mission into the lumber room. Okay. Write down. This is the most interesting. This is the most interesting and important event. Important event of the short story. Important event of the short story. It is this event. It is this event that explains the title, T-I-T-L-E, title of the short story. The title of the short story. And it is this event, that describes the smart character, Hidden in Nicholas. Hidden in Nicholas. In a way. In a way. In a way. The lumber room. In a way. The lumber room is symbolic of the curious new world. The curious new world that is waiting for the growing children. That is waiting for the growing children. Therefore, Nicholas's expedition into the lumber room is essential for him. Essential for him. Essential for him. Next paragraph. The aunt gives Nicholas a second punishment. Gives Nicholas a second punishment for insulting her. For insulting her. She prohibits, P-R-O-H-I-B-I-T-S, she prohibits the gooseberry garden for Nicholas as a second punishment. As a second punishment. Full stop. The gooseberry garden is like a small jungle, Jungle, small jungle for Nicholas because it is an adventurous place. Because It is an adventurous place to enjoy. To enjoy the day. To enjoy the day. The aunt first goes into the gooseberry garden. The aunt first goes into the gooseberry garden to stop Nicholas. To stop Nicholas from coming into it. From coming into it. Full stop. She is determined. She is determined to carry on her second punishment successfully. Successfully. She does not have any special work and goes into the gooseberry garden. Sorry, she does not have any special work, but, not and, but she pretends to have work there. She pretends to have work there. Please quote. The aunt had many other things to do that afternoon, but she spent an hour or two in trivial garden operations among the flower beds and strawberries. Right? Go on writing. Pretense and falsehood. P-R-E-T-N-S-E. Pretense and falsehood. F-A-L-S-E-H-O-O-D. Pretense and falsehood are Two main character qualities. Two main character qualities of this woman. Of this woman. Her secret idea. Her secret idea is to prevent Nicholas from entering the gooseberry garden. Gooseberry garden. Full stop. Saki comments that this aunt can do it better. This aunt can do this watcher's duty better. This aunt can do this watcher's duty better because her eyes are watchful. Her eyes are watchful and her thoughtless mind or empty mind. Her thoughtless mind may be focused on any matter, may be focused on any matter for a long time. On any matter for a long time. Please quote these words. She was a woman of few ideas with immense powers of concentration. She was a woman of few ideas with immense powers of concentration. Next paragraph. The aunt is 100% sure. The aunt is 100% sure that Nicholas may come into the gooseberry garden at any moment, at any moment. At any moment. As she expects, Nicholas keeps walking here and there, before the gooseberry garden, before the gates of the gooseberry garden, pretending to enter it. Pretending to enter it. Pretending to enter it. Full stop. Actually, Nicholas has no any idea of entering the gooseberry garden but he wants his aunt, to believe so. To believe so. Full stop. He has another planned action. He has another planned action and to begin it his aunt must be kept in the gooseberry garden for some time. Full stop. Having deceived, D-E-C-E-I-V-E-D, having deceived his aunt well, Nicholas secretly comes back into the house to begin this new plan. His new plan is a secret mission. His new plan is a secret mission into the lumber room, which is prohibited for children, which is prohibited for children by the aunt. Which is prohibited for children by the aunt. Next paragraph. This expedition into the lumber room. This expedition into the lumber room is well planned. Is well planned. Well planned. Well planned. Nicholas plans this. Nicholas plans this completely using his creative and imaginative power. Creative and imaginative power. Therefore, this plan is completely a secret. Completely a secret. Secret. According to the plan, According to the plan, Nicholas first finds out where the key is hidden, where the key of the lumber room is hidden. He finds out that the key is hidden in the library room. Hidden in the library room. Nicholas does not want to fail, F-A-I-L, fail in this mission. The door of the lumber room is a serious challenge. To Nicholas. Is a serious challenge to Nicholas, but he faces this challenge through practice. While at school, he practices how to open and close a door with a key. Full stop. Nicholas is a boy Who has self-confidence? Who has self-confidence? And who does not believe in? Who does not believe in luck? And other supernatural powers. Other supernatural powers. Please quote. He did not believe in trusting too much to luck and accident. Go on writing. His smart thinking. His smart thinking and pre-preparedness. Pre-preparedness makes his mission successful. Makes his mission into the lumber room successful. Successful. Without a failure. He opens the door of the lumber room. He finds that the lumber room is not just the lumber room is not just a junkyard, Junk, junkyard. and it is an unknown land. Unknown land for him to make many discoveries. To make many discoveries. To make many discoveries. He also understands that the lumber room is even better than his best place, the gooseberry garden. His best place, the gooseberry garden. Please caught. The door opened, and Nicholas was in an unknown land compared with which the gooseberry garden was a stale delight, a mere material pleasure.